Did I save the game? Load. Yep, good. So this is the third game that I spent so much time in it. First one was, no, I'm lying. Fifth game. Baldur's Gate was the first one. The second one was Planescape Torment. Third one was Dragon Age Inquisition. Fourth one was Fallout 4. And this is the fifth one. And this is how you understand that this is a good game. If you play it so much that you lose the notion of time, then this is a great game. Did I miss something? Frozen hard to reload. Frozen? Yeah. Reload. No, you didn't miss a thing, man. And even if you did, yeah, you got all the episodes here on Twitch, or I'm gonna transfer them on YouTube. So now I'm gonna kill the bandits. That I had a quest to kill the bandits that are too close to Talonberg. And then I'm gonna get this racehorse back to Talonberg and give it to Sir DIvish, because Zora needs my help to make her business boom again after that assault on her estate on Newhoff. They kill all the horses. For some reason Sir DIvish was like, I won't buy horses from you again. Kind of weird. But we'll see why he didn't buy anymore. So damn, I think I spent like 14 or 16 hours today streaming. Shit. Usually first. Alright. Where are the bandits? Where are those bandits? I missed them. Oh shit, I ran straight through them. But I didn't save the game. No, don't hit the horse, damn it. No. That's the second one. Poke him. Stop. Ow. Third one. Ow. Damn it! I need more practice. I need more practice. You ain't dead yet? Well, now you are. He damaged my armor pretty much. I'm gonna pay more on repairing the armor than all this stuff is worth. Some yummy smoked sausage. Yes. Delicious. Where is it? Delicious. Alright, so that's one. Metal shield. Gideon saber. Demonium. Bambray seeds. Ornamented Kumashi shock. 284. No, it's not worth it. Second, common saber, I should throw it. Leader's mask, 0. Huh. Burger slippers, composite gauntlets. Heavy diamond armor. Heavy. Well, that's interesting. More polemons, 431. Alright. Third one. And where's this? What is the fourth one? One, two, three. Actually, the fourth one. Where the hell is the fourth one, man? Gideon saber. Plus Kimon metal shield. Kimonia. Hiding bots. No. Not worth it to get that armor of his. 13 kilos. Alright, horsey. Let's see the hideout here. Nothing. Scarf. Okay, it's time to go back to town. Weapons. Metal shield. Already have one of these, but I don't have this color. Medium saber. Common saber for 148. Not worth it, but anyway. Still heavy. Why the hell is it still heavy? Ah. No, I see. Move to horse. 5. Too many lockpicks in my inventory. Nickel, sage, salt. Five more kilos to drop. Right. Report about the camp's destruction and boom. I need to go to villages as well. Why are you walking so slowly? Should I stay? Nah. Don't care. It's dark. I'm gonna put the horse in.
Take good care of him for me.
Race, eh?
God be with you, Henry.
It's time to read 2 books and go to sleep.
God be with you, Henry.
Because we can't talk with him right now. So here goes. Book number 1, which I've gotten. Boom. And let's go for book number 2. Thieving. Then I'm gonna drop the books into the chest. Could read one more, but it's too late. Should go and sleep. Energy 71. It's not bad, I guess. Let's drop. Ah, shit. I have no chest in here. Well, doesn't matter. Let's go and sleep. Player level 16. Strength 16. Was more likely to flee from combat with you. Heavy swing. 10% greater damage. Cost you 10% more stamina. It's interesting, this one. I could drink a potion that gives me 20% more stamina, and this way I get 20% more damage. So for the important fights I could use that potion, but I'm already doing a lot of damage, so maybe agility, no. Vitality, no. Speech, no. Skills, drinking, herbalism, no. Horsemanship, what can we learn? Heavy duty for your horse can carry more but is slower, no. Face horse, the horse is faster but carries less, no. Dread steed, horse is wounded will run faster. The horse will be extremely skittish and stone will shy less, no. Jockey, horse will never throw you outside of combat. Outside of combat, so if I hit a wall or something, it will not throw me off. Nah. Hunting. One will be less skittish. You'll cause violence 20% more damage. Yes. Pickpocketing. Stealth. Well, that's enough. Let's take now. Tomorrow is race day, I believe. Finally. And good morning to you all. Dude, it's 10. It's 10, right? 10? Why is it so dark? It's the storm coming. What the hell? "31 speeds.
God save you, Henry.
Sir DIvish. Where are you, Sir DIvish? So, next level? No. They're both fine.
God be with you, Henry.
Good health to you, Henry.
Can't talk with her. Hello,
God
sir.
bless you. What troubles you?
Why don't you purchase horses from Zora?
My lord, I bring greetings from Smill's widow, Zora, mistress of the Neuhof stud farm.
Zora. The poor woman, to lose her husband in such a terrible way. How can I help her?
She sends her respects and would like to ask, if you don't mind, why you stopped buying horses from her.
I take my horses from Uzits now. It's no reflection on Zora or her people. But it was clear to me after the tragedy at Neuhof that the stud farm would never recover.
Damn.
I'm not inclined to buy my steeds from a stud farm run by a woman. You can understand that, can't you? Being a stable master is a man's work.
How about Yeah, I'll vouch for those horses too. I mean, damn. Her courses.
Perhaps you don't trust women, my lord, but I hope I've earned your trust. I'll personally vouch for those horses. They're magnificent animals.
Yeah, I got one myself.
You're right, Henry. You are trustworthy. And Zora does at least deserve a chance. I have an idea. We'll hold a horse race, and whoever's horse fares better, that's who we'll buy from. I hope you will carry the Neuhof colors.
It looks that way.
Yeah.
I've already bought the horse.
Splendid. Tell my stable master about my decision. Meanwhile, I'll send word to the riders from the other stables around. Let's make a proper show of it.
Hey, Henry's come to see us.
Well, no, not this way. This way. Ah, so let's talk with the stable master. It's kind of raining outside. Yeah. Where is the stable master? Right there.
How are you, Henry?
Good health to you, Henry.
Where's that stable master? Where is he hiding? Is he in here? Hello there.
God almighty, has something happened to you? Did someone steal your fancy clothes?
So DIvish
They got
sent me
rigged
about
into
the
an
race.
attack.
Race?
Yes, I'm to tell you he wants to arrange a horse race. He will send word himself to the other stables and riders in the area.
It's true, no one's raced the Townberg track for ages. And the folk around here could use a bit of excitement.
Yes,
But what's
exactly.
your part in this?
Actually, Mistress Zora sent me. She wants his lordship to start buying her horses again.
Zora? She's from the Neuhof stud, ain't she?
Yeah.
I hope with all my heart you win. After what's happened to Zora, she deserves some luck. Do you know the rules of the race?
Nope.
I don't.
We'll tell you before the start of the race where the poles are and what order you have to reach them in. There's no set course. You can take any route you want. Knowing the lie of the land is very important. You must
Yeah.
take a ribbon from each pole, and once you have them all, you can ride back. If you're the first one here, then you win. Got it?
Nah. Alright.
I understand.
All right, but a race like that will take some time to arrange. Bring the dappled grey tomorrow to the gate of the Outer Bailey at noon. The start will be there.
All right, thanks.
Tomorrow. He chose a poor horse. It's not that fast.
How are you, Henry?
That will wait tomorrow. At noon. Noon? Is that morning? Oh, yeah. I wanted to get this. that stuff I just did.
God be with you, Henry.
Yes. You too.
I'm honored that you should.
I've taken care of that camp.
Have you brought me proof?
Here it
As
is.
always.
I'm delighted to hear it. Some charcoal burners came here from their camp to the south. It seems there are humans camped there by the path, and they've been attacking folk in the area. Best go and check it out.
All right, we'll take a look around. I have some trophies.
Show me. They deserved it, the bastards.
No money. Sword.
I'd like to improve my swordsmanship.
Certainly.
I think I'm level 6.
I want to achieve mastery.
No, nothing.
All right, but it'll
Uh-huh.
cost you.
Alright. Haggle.
Isn't that quite a... Is this enough?
It'll take more.
Since it's you.
Well, a little more and we'll call it a deal. Agreed. Now listen up.
Mastery. Good. Now. So I can sell this. Alright. I got the small armor skin. Let me see if I can repair something real quick. Nice. Boom, boom, boom. Nope. Can't repair anything else. Small blacksmith kit. There. Blacksmith kit. No, I mean the blacksmith kit. How am I with the maintenance? Almost over 14. But it's not bad. Let me put that stuff back. Come on, my torch. Shield. Hold this so I can sell them. Alright. 6.9k. Well, ain't bad. We could go do another quest. Kill the bandits, come back. Boom, boom, boom. It's quite close, so yeah, I'm gonna do it. But first, let me see if I can get more schnapps. That precious liquid, I love it.
God save you, Henry.
And you too, mate. Where's the cook? Nah. Doesn't have shit. I got one more. Well,
How are you, Henry?
I'm good, and you? Damn. Ah, damn it. Don't break your neck. How will you do? Shit. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. No, that was one way. You're a poacher. You're too close.
How are you, Henry? Get out of here.
I should kill you. But actually no, shouldn't kill him. Easy boy. Did I find it? No. Not yet, I missed. What the heck is this? Tanner.
Good day,
I
Henry.
know you. Nicholas, I know you.
I'm honored that a knight.
Master Huntsman,
There's always something. You're that Scarlet's lad, aren't you?
Lackey? I'm not lucky.
Sir Radzig is my liege, and I serve him faithfully. But that doesn't make me a lackey.
As you wish. What matters to me is that you're no layabout looking for easy work. I have a job here I can't give to...
I'm listening.
We've been having terrible problems with poachers lately. In Sir DIvish's forests. Finding gutted entrails of deer and rabbit nooses all over the place. But no sign of
I
the
just
bastards who's put them
went.
there.
And you want me to
Door.
track down the poachers?
Yeah.
Indeed. Whatever you learn will be useful to me.
Do you suspect anyone?
Well, it's hard to say, but seeing how much harm they're causing, I'd say they're no crofters looking for a Sunday roast.
Shouldn't you be dealing with the poachers yourself?
I should, you're quite right. But when I ask the local folk anything, their mouths close up like clams. They're more scared of me than the devil.
Do you think the locals are in on it?
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe. But even if not, they'll never talk to me. They're scared I'll dig some skeleton out of their cupboard. You know, the smaller the village, the bigger the secrets. That's why I need an outsider
Good
to
one.
ask for me.
I understand. I'll try to find out something about them. Any advice about where to start?
Certainly. Ask around the village. And it wouldn't hurt to ask in the inn in the glade, the one on the road towards Neuhof. I've heard they serve good venison, and no shortage of it.
That's clear enough.
Smart.
As soon as I hear anything, I'll let you know.
Thanks for your help, lad.
Can you teach me to be...
Certainly.
I'm interested in more advanced techniques.
All right, but it'll cost you.
Yeah. Sure.
Now, pay close attention.
So maybe now my hand will not shake that much.
I'd like you to show me some...
Certainly.
I'd like to hone my skills.
First, you have to have...
Well,
I got everything. Come on, Sable. Alright, Alborak. It's time to see where that freaking those freaking bandits are. Easy boy. You might stumble upon them. It's kinda steep. It's right there. I got one more snaps. Man, I think I'll... of course. Mecenato. Ma che cazzo fai? Dai. Nope. Looks like I need to do this the hard way. Don't have any more potions. Oh. Kurwa. One down. Ooh. That's the second one. They're tough, those bitches. Whoa, 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 he hit me pretty bad. Another one. Ah. And that's it. Pretty good. Oh yes, I need that dagger. More arrows, always good. Lockpick, milkwave, cumin spores. Yep. Cheese. I'm not up for some cheese right now. What kind of sword is that? Common saber? Nah, it's shit. What about your swords? A couple of saber. So that's Hungarian saber, and I need one more sword. Well, somewhere. Why the music? Kill them all. Lockpicks. Metal 5. Nope. 3. Knife 1. Nope. Smoked sausage. Where's that sword? Where are you hiding it? Well, let me finish with this dude, and I'm coming. Wait up. You have a death wish, do you? Well. Here you go, man. I don't think so. No. The gloves. 9/20/79. No. Non-distance settle, maybe. Milkwife, yes. And about the soul, honey soul, no. Alright. Finish with this dude. Let's check this dude. Come on here. Proceed gauntlets. Yeah. No, no, no. Yes. Yeah. Come on here. Come on, harness. Shishak. Oceans. 567. 3. No. No. Yeah. Alright. Well, I've finished with these dudes. So that's it on home. Weapons 74, 72, Miriam Saber, Catalyst Saber, Armor, Acorn Gauntlets. Interesting. Composite, Commands Captain's Helmet. Commands Braces. Leather Knights. Horse, yeah. And the gloves, like helmet, Milkwife. And we're good to go back. You know the wayfarer. So let's report. Sorry, dude. Yeah, indeed. Took care
My
of them.
respects to you.
I've taken care of that.
Have you brought me?
Here it is.
I'm delighted to hear it. Now it seems we can take a bit of a breather.
Bon.
There's no sign of any humans around here. I must say, I'm impressed with the job you've done.
No
Thank you, Captain.
shit.
But it would be a pity to waste your talents. They say the roads aren't safe even by Sazau, or around Skalitz. God preserve us.
I killed the
Over
one
there,
in
the brigands run the
Skalitz.
rampage.
Well,
They were
We'd like
tough
to
to
deal with
kill
them.
though.
I don't doubt it. But in Sasau, you'll have to go first to Sir Sebastian. He's the custodian at the Sasau Monastery,
I know
and in
him.
charge of security in that region. He'll
He's a
tell you where
bitch.
to find them.
He's a little
And I'm
bitch.
sure he'll be glad of a helping hand.
Very well, Captain. I'll head there then.
I hate the custodian. Alright, time to read a few more books, get to sleep, and get to the horse race tomorrow. So let's see if we have any more reading material. Pum, pum. Nope. That's it. I remember I saw a book reading level 15 in where was Limpy Lobosh? In Sassel maybe?
God be with you, Henry.
No.
Henry, I'm glad you came.
No. I'm gonna sleep for 1 hour. Then I'm gonna try to find out the poachers. About the poachers. Oh man.
God
So
be with you.
I need to do the race tomorrow.
Welcome, Henry.
Yeah. What the hell, man? Put them together. No. Indeed. So interlopers. I still didn't find the last 2 pieces of the sword. Where could they be? Jumps on the river. Punch. Yeah. From the village to other. I already saw a poacher.
Welcome, Henry.
Guards.
I'm honored that a knight such...
I'd like to find out about the poachers round here who've been stealing game recently.
Don't ask me. Talk to blacksmith Betty. She's the one who claims she saw them feasting in the woods.
I see. Thanks.
Blacksmith. Where's the blacksmith? I didn't even know there's a blacksmith here. Yo, dude, don't know where we
I hope I can be of help.
I hear there's been trouble with poachers.
I don't have time to talk to strangers.
You know something. Well, I would like.
I'd like to find out about the poachers round here who've been.
If you ask me, there's some questions best left unanswered.
Lena.
But go and see Olener if you're determined.
Savior snaps. Yes. Totality. Stamina is increased by 50% for 10 minutes. What?
Henry, I'm glad you stopped by.
Where is that Olena?
Look where you're going.
Ah, so here is the blacksmith. I don't know why it doesn't show me. The blacksmithing icon. What? Come on, dude.
I was going to
Tell
get Who did you get? Right.
you, Master.
Good health to you, Henry.
You take my advice. Hold your raven and leave yakking big.
I heard you've got a poaching problem in the.
In the woods and out of them. Not long back, the bastards hung a deer's head on the huntsman's house.
That's pretty brazen of them.
Yeah.
Certainly is. Word around the village is that someone wants to shame him till he squirms.
Putting a deer's head on the huntsman's house sounds pretty risky. Why would anyone do that?
Yeah.
Maybe they want to show that Huntsman Nicholas is no match for them. And they're not wrong. He isn't the man he should be.
He should be, or he used to be.
Do you think it was someone local?
I really don't know. All sorts of things get said. Hannikin Hare's back, if you listen to some, and others are going on about Tom of the Baths. They swear blind he's got his fingers in it.
And what about you?
It could be anyone. There's more than one that has it in for Nicholas. And who knows what the neighbors get up to by night.
What's so suspicious about this Thomas?
Just that he was drunk and blabbering about how he was going to bring back venison from the woods.
Tell me something about Hannikin Hare.
Hey,
He used to
Henry's
be
come
Master
see us.
Huntsman here a while back. But then Nicholas got him accused of a murder, and the hare had to flee. It cost him the huntsman's rank and Margaret, too.
What happened between Hare and Nicholas, anyway?
Those two didn't get on from the start. And then that business with Margaret really set them at each other's throats. But it all came to a head about 15 years back when Sir Henry of Lipa came to visit.
Sir Hanish's father?
Just so. There was a banquet at the castle in his honor, and in the morning they found one of Sir Henry's men-at-arms in the ditch with his neck broken.
Shit.
Well, Nicholas made sure the blame fell on Hannikin Hare.
Hmm.
And what happened to Hare?
That's just it. No one rightly knows. They put him in the dungeon, but when Sir Henry's men came for him the next morning, he was gone.
Really?
No one knows what became of him.
Hmm.
So how did Nicholas put the blame on Hare?
Nicholas always had a viper's tongue, and events made it easy for him. That evening there'd been a right falling out between Hare and the guardsmen. Blows were struck. Well, Sir DIvish didn't want any ill will with Sir Henry, so he tried to settle things as quick as he could, and Hare got the short straw.
Damn.
What was going on with Margaret?
Her father promised her to Hannikin, because they seemed a good match. But Nicholas couldn't stomach that, so he did what he did.
Hmm.
I want to ask... Tell me something about Hannikin Hare.
He used to be Master Huntsman here a while back. But then Nicholas got him accused of a murder, and the Hare had...
I want to ask about... So why do people think Tom of the Baths is involved?
Ah, that's just nonsense. He was bragging in the tavern that he'd put on a venison feast for the village girls. Deer for the deers.
Yes.
I doubt it. He's all mouth and no trousers. But if you want to know more, ask my husband, the innkeeper. I wasn't here that evening.
That'll be all. Thanks.
Little figures. What's that blacksmith, man? Blacksmith's daughter. Come here. Come here. Closer. I don't want to.
I've got a few questions about these poachers.
So ask.
I heard you saw something fishy in the forest.
That's right, I did.
Fishy.
Can you describe what you saw?
It was after dark, I remember that. I went up past the castle along by the clearing, and I saw someone had lit a fire, and there were figures singing and dancing, and I could hear the whistling of a pipe. And I could smell roast meat. It was like a feast of some sort.
Nice.
Only I thought maybe it was some witch's sabbath, so I was afraid to stay too long in case they saw me.
Did you recognize anyone there? Someone from the village, maybe?
No. Like I said, it was dark. All I could see was shadowy figures moving around.
Did you hear any familiar voices?
No. But I heard girls' laughter, goblets clinking, a piper playing. It sounded just like any feast.
Nice.
Where is the clearing?
A short walk
Maybe
north
it's
of the
that
castle.
hair, dude.
There's a track past the woodcutter's camp that takes you there.
Thanks. Where is the clearing?
A short walk north of the castle. There's a track past the woodcutter's camp that takes you there.
Thanks. What do you make of the...
It's clear as day. Hannikin
Yeah.
Hare's back. And putting those antlers on Nicholas's house?
Mhm.
Well, we all know what that means, don't we? It's the sign of a cuckold, you mark my words.
You mean to say his wife's cheating on him?
All I'm saying is she might be feeling the urge. It happens in the best of families.
Good one.
Well, you're the first who's certain of Hare's return. So far, I've just heard vague rumours.
Well, now, I wouldn't say I'm completely sure. I suppose some other mischief maker could have done it, but better the devil you know. And everyone hereabouts knows Hare.
You were singing a different song not long ago.
So? Why do you want to know so much, anyway?
It's nothing to you, but I'm helping Nicholas unmask that local poaching gang.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, now you know. And you also know not to keep anything from me. So, what's the story with that Hare?
All right, I'll tell you what I know. But promise not to tell Nicholas I said it.
I'll do what I can, but I need to let him know what I discover. So, out with it.
It's to do with Margaret, his wife. They say it's all because of her.
Keep going.
I know full well Hare's here, because Margaret admitted as much.
What did she tell you?
That he waited in the woods till she came by and they exchanged some words. Words was all she told me. Who knows what they actually got up to?
And what did they
You're
speak
kind
about?
of curious, aren't you?
I don't know. But if Nicholas knew they'd met, he'd most likely kill her.
You're sure she wasn't saying it in jest?
Oh no. Margaret wouldn't joke about something like that.
Who's this Hannikin Hare, anyway?
Hannikin Hare? There was a time he was master huntsman here, and Margaret was set to be his wife. But then he got
Set
himself
to be.
accused of murder and fled before they could hang him. Margaret and his job both ended up going to Nicholas.
Interesting.
So what's the story between Hare and Margaret?
It was complicated. He wanted her and she wanted him too, I reckon. At least for a while. But then she hitched up with Nicholas and now she says she never had a thought of wedding Hannikin Hare.
So what went on between Hare and the huntsman?
Those two? There was no love lost between them from the moment Hare arrived. And then Margaret got involved.
Women, eh?
It was a messy business.
I bet.
Do you think Hare really killed that man?
Who knows the truth of it now? I did find it all a bit odd. Hare never was much of a hothead. But then again, no one really knew him that well. And Margaret never wanted to speak of it. Wouldn't hear a word about it.
That's all I need. Thanks. I've got a few questions about these poachers.
So ask.
What do you make of this poaching that's been going on?
It's clear as day. Hannikin Hare's back. And putting those...
Already read it, but let's read it
The
again.
first who's certain of Hare's return.
Well, now, I wouldn't say I'm completely sure. I suppose so.
Stop trying to wriggle out of it. Do you realise who I am?
Not really.
But you know who Radzig Cobbler is, right?
Of course.
I'm his right-hand man, and I'm helping the huntsman catch the poachers. So, not someone you should be messing around.
All right, I'll tell you what I know.
I'll do what I can, but I need to...
It's to do with Margaret, his...
Keep going.
I know full well
What did she tell you?
that he waited...
And what did they speak?
I don't know.
You're sure she was...
Oh, no.
Alright,
That's all I need.
Everything. All the texts. Now we need to talk with what's it called? The dude from the baths, and also Olivia or something like that. Olina.
Henry.
Yeah. Hello there.
I heard there are poachers in the woods round here.
If only if it was just poachers. It's that
Sorcerer.
sorcerer Harry. He's the one who's been running amok. I said he'd be back, and I said he'd be vengeful. And
Tell me something about Hannikin Hare.
that was all years ago. He turned up here one day. He claimed up at the castle to be a nobleman's son, and so he got the office of Master Huntsman, and Margaret was promised him for his wife. Nobody could have known he was a sorcerer.
And how did his sorcery reveal itself?
Well, he was able to vanish into thin air in the forest right in front of folk. And I've heard it said he spoke to animals, too.
That doesn't sound very convincing.
That's because you've not seen his marksmanship.
Hmm.
It was natural, the things he could do with that bow of his. They say he sold his soul for the gift of it.
I see. How did it go with Margaret?
I'm not one to gossip, but she was a flighty lass in her younger years. She could never make up her mind which one she wanted, the hare or Nicholas. So in the end, fate decided
Nicholas
for her.
decided.
What do you mean?
Her.
What happened with Hare?
Oh, that was quite something. And then some on top of it. Sir Henry of Lipa was visiting here at the castle, and Hare snapped his guardsman's neck with his bare hands. Of course, they found him out. But how do you keep a sorcerer under lock and key? You can't. That's your answer. And that Satan's spawn slipped the net.
Oh well, it's quite a wild
Yeah.
story. Any idea why he murdered the man?
No one knows, and most likely never will. But they say he was fully in the devil's power.
Yeah, what the...
Was he actually seen killing the guardsman?
I suppose so. Else they'd hardly know who did it.
That's probably true.
So gullible, man.
There is one other thing I want to ask. Tell me something about Hannikin Hare.
That was all years ago. He turned up here. He claimed up at the castle to be a nobleman's son, and so he got the office of Master Huntsman, and Margaret was promised him for his wife.
Well, I should be going.
Not at all.
Alright.
Something you're looking for here?
A poacher. Do you know any? What the? Dude. Don't worry. Under the map. Come on, dude. Crying out loud.
God be with you, Henry.
God save you. I've been hearing some quite wild stories about Hare.
People do prattle on. It happened a long time ago, and I've heard...
And what's your version of what happened?
Yeah.
Hare was a stuck-up knob. He came here with nothing to show but his bare arse. But he thought he could have anything he pointed at.
Whatever became of him?
Oh, you must have heard. He killed one of the armed men that served Sir Henry of Lipa, and they sentenced him to hang. Except he scapered right out of the castle dungeon.
How did he manage that?
Nobody knows. But I'll bet he had help from someone up at the castle.
And what was your wife's role in all this?
He had his eye on her, and she didn't want him. That's all. And it had nothing to do with what happened later.
Later.
I heard that he was a sorcerer.
And I've heard there's blooming roses on the Cave Gallows at Christmas. A sorcerer. Bah! Hare was a ruffian, but there was nothing supernatural about it.
That's all I need.
I need to ask Margaret. Where the heck is Margaret? Is she in here under lock and key? Yeah. Why is she locked up, man? Dude. Fine. If I need to go in here and break the lock, I will do it.
Hey, Henry, come to see us.
Ah,
Henry.
was looking for you.
I'd like to ask you about Hannikin Hare.
I'm sorry, but I really don't want to talk about that.
Why?
The thing is, every time I spoke to someone about Hare, they always ended up talking about you.
But I don't.
She
You are
knows
to blame for
something.
it, is that it? Well, I am willing to believe you, but you do know more than you're telling, and I need to hear it.
Very well. You're right. And what would you like to know about Hare?
What one between her?
How were things between you and Hare back then?
There was nothing between us. Hannikin Hare impressed my father with all his talk of noble blood. But I couldn't stand him, and I didn't want to marry him. And then it made no odds after he ran away.
So you didn't want him? I only asked because I've heard differently.
That's village talk. Of course folk gossip.
Folk gossip.
Mostly they just want to hurt Nicholas.
Did Hare really commit the murder?
God in heaven, how should I know? Anyway, it doesn't matter now.
That remains to be seen.
Now.
What did you talk about in the woods with Hannikin Hare?
I see Betty's mouth's been busy.
Don't blame her. I had to work hard to weasel it out of her. Now tell me.
Oh, all right. Well, it seems Hannikin Hare's exile has addled his brain. He told me he'd go off with me, that he still loves me and nonsense like that.
And what about you?
What do you mean? I was so shocked, I couldn't even scream.
Is that all he told you?
He said if I change my mind, I'm to hang a garland of forget-me-nots on the house and wait for him at that place of ours.
Where was it you saw him exactly?
I wish I could tell you. The whole thing was like a fever dream. I almost got lost trying to get out of the forest. Even if I remembered, it wouldn't be any use to you. Hannikin Hare moves through the forest like a ghost. He knows every tree root off by heart.
I want you to hang that garland on the lodge.
But I don't want to go anywhere with him.
You don't have to go anywhere. But tell me, where's that secret meeting place of yours?
On the way to Ujitz. Back then, we used to meet by the great big beech tree, right next to the wayside shrine. There's a lovely view there, you see.
And what time will he be waiting there for you?
At dawn. What are you going to do to Hare?
Never you mind. The main thing is it will all get sorted out. And that's all that matters, isn't it?
I suppose so. Very well, then. I'll hang the garland for you.
Poor dude.
That'll be everything.
He's in love.
How are you, Henry?
Very good. Where did she go?
How are you, Henry?
He's running. Where are you running to? He's going to that meeting.
God's blessings. What can I do for you?
I'm here to find out about the poachers gang, and I need to ask a few questions.
Well, ask away. I don't have all day.
I heard you were yelling in the tavern that you were off to hunt some venison.
Look here. I don't know who you are, but you should watch your mouth.
I will, don't you worry. So what happened then?
What? Nothing. It was just the beer talking. I got pissed and started spouting shit. Didn't mean a word of it.
Maybe not. Blacksmith Betty saw people feasting in the woods, and she says there was a nice smell of venison. What do you know about it?
Nothing. I wasn't there.
I don't suppose you'll tell me who was.
No, because I wasn't there.
That'll do me.
Well, I think he's going to let them know someone is interested in them. So let's follow him, see where he's going. Maybe he's going to that tavern. Or maybe he's going straight to the hair. Yeah. I think he's going straight for Henneke and he's looking behind. What are you doing here, dude? Don't move around, alright?
Got bellyache, have you? That's nasty. Hey, Henry's come to see us.
What are you doing here? He was looking straight here. Wait to someone saw him. Oh well. Whoops. Fell and almost broke my neck. Let's go, horsey. all started with the poacher problem. Huh.
I'm guessing Nicholas won't be joining us. Who the devil are you?
I thought you wanted to meet up with Margaret.
Fortunately, I'm not that much of a fool anymore.
Hmm.
I was hoping I'd tempt Nicholas out of his lair. But let's get to the point. Who are you? And what are you doing here?
You got a good armor.
My name is Henry, and I work for the Master Huntsman.
So are you going to arrest me?
I am.
All I ask is that you listen to me first.
Why should I listen to you?
Because if you care about justice, you're after the wrong man.
Anyone can say that.
And that's precisely why the accused should get a proper hearing.
Yeah.
Let me guess. You're going to tell me you're innocent.
I wouldn't presume. I've been poaching on the Divish estate, and I'll take the punishment I deserve. But the crime I was nearly strung up for...
Of course, he didn't
that
do
one I
it.
didn't commit.
Nicholas did.
I've heard different things about your crime.
So I imagine. Lucas has told me the villagers still talk of me.
And how did it happen?
It's a long story.
I've got time to listen.
Yeah, me too.
All right. But for you to understand, I have to start from the beginning. I was born as Hanakin Hare of Zalush, the eldest son of Sidney of Zalush. My house became sadly impoverished, and I became the master huntsman at Talmberg.
Gamekeeper turned poacher.
Hmm.
I see. That's quite a transformation.
Nicholas gave me no choice.
What happened to your family?
My father lost his influential friends and the money with them. After his death, I inherited only his debts. There was nothing for it but to sell off all our possessions, see to my sister's welfare, and manage as best I could.
That sounds a rough deal.
Believe it or not, I never cared for the life of a nobleman. I spent my youth running free, hunting in the woods.
What happened between you and Nicholas?
I was falsely accused of murder. Henry of Lipa visited Talmberg, and the morning after the banquet in his honor, one of his men was found dead.
And didn't they have any cause to suspect you?
That's just it. They did. At the banquet, I got into a fight with the man.
I know Sir Hamish of Lipa. Was Sir Henry his father?
Indeed. He was on his way to Ratai to take charge of the fiefdom for young Sir Hans Capon.
Oh, interesting.
Why did you get into a fight with him?
The fall of the House of Zalush was the work of the Lords of Lipa, and that fellow took great delight in reminding me of it.
And then what?
Nicholas began to pull strings. Several people came forward as witnesses to say they saw me with the fellow later that night.
Why would he have done that?
He wanted rid of me. We were both in love with the same lass, you see, and Margaret is his wife today. But back then, there was no question which of the two of us would win her. I was the huntsman of noble blood, and Nicholas was just plain Nick. Her father's preference was clear.
So it's like this. Master Huntsman hired us to find Nicholas because he knew he's alive and get him hanged and get rid of it. But he took a chance while contacting me. He knew I would find out about the murder. I wonder why he didn't go himself.
What did Margaret think of you?
She took me for a fool. She only had eyes for Nicholas, but I didn't see it then. In the end, she could have saved me.
How?
She could have told the truth. After the banquet, I was with her. But when they asked her, she said she hadn't seen me that night.
Damn.
Do you know who did kill the man?
Nicholas.
No. He was found in a ditch with his neck broken. He could have tripped and fallen, all on his own.
And that never occurred to anyone?
It did. But some people swore they'd seen us jostling on the drawbridge. Of course, that was Nicholas's word.
How did you get out of it?
What leads you to imagine I did?
Your head's still on your shoulders, so you must have escaped somehow.
I'm alive. But my name and my family's name has been dragged through the mud. For me, that's worse than the sentence waiting for me.
If you say so. But you still managed to get away.
Well, it's true. I had the good fortune to escape from the dungeon.
Good fortune.
From the Talmberg dungeon? That can't be done, can it?
It's not too hard when the lord of the castle himself helps you escape.
Ooh.
So, DIvish set you free? From his own dungeon?
He couldn't offend Henry, so he had to lock me up. But he trusted me. We were friends, after all. He led me out of the castle in the night. I was given a good horse, and in a couple of days I was in Silesia. And that was the end of it. At least until now.
And how did it happen?
It's a long story.
Well,
I've got time to listen.
All right. But for you to understand,
so
I have
it
to start
started
from
from the beginning.
My house became sadly.
Gamekeeper.
Nicholas gave.
What happened between you and Nicholas?
I was falsely accused of murder. Henry of Light.
And didn't they have any...
That's just it. They did.
And then what?
Nicholas began to pull strings. Several people came forward as witnesses to say they saw me with the fellow later that night.
Why would he have done that?
He wanted rid of me. We were both in love with the same lass, you see, and Margaret is... But back then, there was no question which of the two of us would win her. I was the huntsman of noble blood.
How did you get out?
What leads you to...
Your head's still on.
I'm alive. Well, it's true.
An interesting story.
I can't complain of boredom.
Even if I believed you, there's no proof. It all happened a long time ago.
I know. But if I didn't believe in my own innocence, I'd have to be crazy to have done what I did.
Why?
If I truly were guilty, why would I risk coming back to Bohemia?
Yep.
I could have died in peace as a rich man in the pay of the Jagiellonians. Only a fool would come back.
Nicholas took everything you had, regardless of your guilt or innocence. I'd say you have more than enough cause to want revenge.
I'm not like him. Anyway, you're right. I don't have any proof of my innocence.
This is one of the most insane stories I've heard lately.
That doesn't surprise me.
Something tells me you're speaking the truth, Anakin Hare.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And if you want to help me, come to the old mine gallery in Broadwoods.
I'll be there.
I have a plan, but I need some help.
Cherchez la femme. That's interesting, yeah. So if I arrest this dude, if I would have arrested this dude, it would get him killed. But now if I want to help him, A small, an intricate story. I love it. Wait, well, later this noon. Let's hear it then. I'm here. Cave. Cave mushroom. So that's where he's staying. Poor dude, man. Or I could have had him arrested, and then I would have talked with that master huntsman in front of all the people, and then asked Margaret if he was with this dude or not, and she might be lying again. Yeah, this dude would have died if I've chosen to arrest him. Well, mate, I'm gonna save the game because I don't know what this game will. Oh man, tell me you're stuck. Dude.
Be a bit more careful.
I've helped you, you see.
So, what are you up to?
Clear
Working
his
out how to
name.
get Nicholas's confession.
Yep.
And how would you do that exactly?
Simple. I'll have him sign it. I've had the priest in Janowitz write me up a parchment. When Nicholas signs it, he'll admit to everything written down there.
How do you want to force him to do that?
He won't have a choice, or rather he will have, between his wife Margaret and the job of huntsman.
Huh. So he has something against. He's gonna blackmail him with Margaret.
I'm not following this at all.
It's plain enough. We'll kidnap Margaret. That's to say, you'll kidnap Margaret while I distract Nicholas. If he wants to see her again, he won't have any choice.
I don't think he cares about Margaret.
Kidnapping? That doesn't seem like much of a way to clear your name.
No. Take a look around you, Henry. Sigismund kidnapped Wenceslas, his own brother. And Divish was abducted by Medek of Waldeck.
True.
Yeah.
But Sigismund and Medek kidnapped the men they wanted to bargain with. You're thinking of taking a man's wife who's done nothing to deserve it.
And what of it? Those others did it for money or power. I'm doing it to redeem my honor. And since you mentioned Margaret, she's not all that innocent.
Yeah, she's not.
I could have swung because of her.
But that
Exactly.
confession's just a scrap of parchment with writing on it. What will happen to him after that?
That scrap of parchment is for Sir DIvish and the provincial court. But we'll be generous to Nicholas and let him leave in peace before we deliver the confession to Talmberg.
So Nicholas will go free, and you'll clear your name?
Hopefully.
So what do I need to do?
I think he's
I
gonna
had
kill
Nicholas's
Nicholas.
prized hunting horn liberated. I'm sure Nicholas will recognize its sound from quite far off. I'll lure him out of the lodge at dawn.
And I meant to kidnap his wife while he's gone.
Of course, it would be best if she went with you voluntarily, but if not, you'll just have to drag her with you.
You can enjoy it.
I don't know. What if there's trouble?
That's why I'm sending you. I trust you. When you get her, bring her here. Then we can decide.
All right.
Don't forget, tomorrow at dawn.
Tomorrow at dawn, eh? So not yet. Not tonight. That's quite interesting story. And what if I kidnap her tonight? So well crafted in the story.
Well,
Easy boy. In a private area, eh?
Well, I never. What are you doing here? Get lost, or you'll have me.
Dude, I need to talk with that dude.
You need some help.
Why are you guarding him? What if I kidnap her today? Let's try it. I'm too tired anyway to wait until tomorrow. As in real life, that hurts.
You there! Stop!
Oops.
Hey, you! Halt! Surrender! You're under arrest for breaking the law.
I don't want to kill you. She's keeping her locked up, man. Well, actually, no. So where's that Margaret? Whatever her name is. Where is she? The hell is she? She's drinking with the other girls. So, chercher la femme is chercher. Search for the woman. In French. $300 grotions. $64. Come on.
Hey, you! What are you doing? Fuck off before I lose my temper.
I'm Henry. Don't you know who I am? You're no fool.
What are you doing here? Get lost.
What the hell is she?
Who's there?
No one. The wind. Just the wind, mate. Are you the one I'm looking for? Margaret. You wanna drink with the girls?
Henry,
No?
I'm glad you stopped by.
There's that tavern.
Welcome, Henry.
Oh, here she is. Alright, so I can't do anything to... Is it Margaret? Man, I'm too tired. Yep, the Margaret. What happens if I abduct her now?
Greetings.
Well met, good wife. God be praised.
Good wife.
Henry, I'm glad you came.
Greetings, Henry. God be with you, Henry.
How are you, Henry?
Good. She's going to the tavern. Right? Have a drink with the girls. Where's she going?
What are you doing?
I'm trying to stop you.
May the Lord watch over you.
Hey, Henry's come to see us.
Yes. Boom. I could kidnap her right now. But where should I get her? To that dude, I think. Yep. Whoops. I need to hurry. Whoops. It's coming right here, man. Man, that's far away. I mean, to get her right here, but right here, shit. Could go through the water. No, I should get the hell out. Dude, it's gonna take me forever to, or maybe go this way. And I go here and I'm gonna take the safe approach. Southern point. Well, no one should be here right now. Curious if I can put her on the horse. If not, well, that's gonna be a problem. Oh man, she's got like 40 kilos. It's not that hard to carry her. Through the woods. Don't worry about me, I'm just getting a sack of potatoes. Yeah. Just a sack of potatoes. I'm gonna call for that horse of mine. See if I can actually put her up. Nope. I can't. That's a long way. Well. Am I there yet? Sort of. At noon. It's dark? What the hell? A horse race when it's dark? Today. Well, the hell, it's too late already. Damn, that was far away. Finally. I bring gifts. I was like, what the fuck happened?
Good work, Henry. Now we have to act fast and sort out Nicholas. Are you alright?
Yeah. Mars the bits of all as well. No.
I don't think about it much. What next?
Take this confession. Go to Nicholas and make him sign it before you tell him where Margaret is.
What if he doesn't want to?
What if he refuses?
You'll have to make him, one way or another.
If I go to him, if this dude goes to him, he will kill him on the spot.
I'm not complaining, but couldn't you go to him yourself?
Believe me, I'd rather not drag you into it at all. But if Nicholas sees me, he'll go straight for my throat before I get a word in.
Yep.
The only way to avoid bloodshed is if you go.
I see. Yes, you're probably right. And what if he attacks me?
Then of course you'll have to defend yourself. If you knock some sense into him in a duel, all well and good, but don't forget we need him alive. So keep a cool head.
All right. Let's hope it doesn't come to that. I'll get to it.
Here's the document. Don't forget to tell him he should get the hell out of Talmberg before we take it to the castle.
Where would I find you?
I'll wait for you in the clearing. Be quick. I don't want to keep poor Margaret here any longer than necessary.
I understand.
Well, where is Margaret? Let's ask her. Can I ask you? No? I like how it's like make Nicholas sign a document. Well, I'm gonna sleep for an hour or so. Now, I'm curious if I go with this horse right now. Is it gonna work? So now No, he's morning, I think. Well, can't see shit right now. That's a problem. So I'm gonna go to him when it's absolute dark, like right now. I'm gonna force the confession out of him. Where's the guard? Is that you?
Hey, Henry, come to see us.
What are you doing here?
My respects to you. Have you seen my wife, Margaret? I'm sure something must have happened.
Yes, I've seen her.
Speak, where is she?
Hannikin Hare is holding her captive.
How do you know that?
It makes no odds. Just listen to me.
What, you whoreson? Tell me where she is right now, or you'll rue the day.
Bluster all you want, but if you ever want to see Margaret again, you better get a grip on yourself.
Where is she? Tell me!
You scratch my back, and I'll scratch yours. Sign this parchment here, and I'll tell you what you want to know.
I, Nicholas Angel, do hereby confess... Conspiracy against Sir Hannikin Hare? Just in proper punishment? What? You must be out of your fucking mind!
Never.
Sign it if you cherish Margaret's life. I can't vouch for what Hare might do.
Hare's bluffing. He'd never harm Margaret.
I wouldn't be so sure. If you take a man's sweetheart, his home, and his job, and leave him in the shadow of the gallows, you can't expect much mercy from him.
There. Now tell me where my wife is.
There's an old mine gallery, a little to the south of here. Margaret is in there, alive and well.
I certainly hope so.
I think he's gonna kill Nicholas. An eye for an eye, you know? Gonna kill Nicholas, he's gonna take his wife, his home, his legacy, like Nicholas did to him. He's got his confession written, so Hare is gonna go to Talberg, and that's all. He's gonna be like, yeah, I finally decided to take my life. Shit.
I feel quite hungry.
Oh yeah, me too. I need to eat something really quickly. Man, I hate this freaking wood. Dude. He's gonna be with the. He's gonna come with the
I'll have to get
army.
something to eat. I'm starting to get hungry.
Let me check that confession.
So, have you got it?
It's done. He signed it.
Voluntarily?
Yes. More or less.
Well, I'm glad it's been done without bloodshed.
And what now? Will you take the confession to Talmberg?
We'll go together. I need you to bear witness. I've been gone for years, and I'm not sure they'll take my word for anything.
Well, I hope they do believe you. Otherwise, we're both for the noose.
Don't worry. DIvish won't forget our former friendship so easily. We'll wait until morning and then settle.
Right. I'll have to get...
Well, you got some food right here. Why don't you go and eat something, man? Share a story together. Talmberg horse race. Ah, shit. Really? Fuck. Maybe it's gonna restart. Yep. Good. Rise.
Anakin Hare. I never expected to see you again.
It was the will of God that I returned.
You realize that Sir Henry of Lipa has never repealed his sentence against you. I'm duty-bound to arrest you and turn you over to the provincial court.
Perhaps. But will you read this first? Henry here is my witness that your master huntsman Nicholas signed it himself. This ought to change their minds.
It might. I'm sorry, Anakin. I always trusted you. But your guilt seemed irrefutable. Nicholas was very thorough. Oh, there's no doubting his own confession. Captain.
Yes, sir.
Have the Master Huntsman arrested.
That won't be necessary. I don't think they'll find him.
I understand. So, what's to be done with you now?
Make him Master Huntsman.
Poaching and kidnapping the Master Huntsman's wife. You see my difficulty.
Yeah.
I know. I can't stay here. It's enough to know my name is cleared.
I'll have a letter drawn up to recommend you to the service of Sir Vincent at Vellish Castle.
Thank you, sir.
But if Nicholas has vanished and we're sending you to Vellish, then who's going to be my master hunter here?
Yeah.
There's one obvious candidate. Henry here.
God.
Help me bring Nicholas to justice. And he's no disgrace as a hunter.
Oh yes, I am.
Really? What of it, young man?
I'm the worst hunter ever. Damn. Quest failed. Why is it failed, man? I cleared his name. Why is it loading for so long? Oh well. I think my game just it's in a loop or something, or not. Still loading. Don't know what is loading. Well, I think I'm gonna end the episode now. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, leave a like, leave a follow, subscribe, and I'll see you later. Good night, guys.